the Fanatic Brackets Season 4, Episode 3. I am Nick, your host. With me, as always, is my co-host, Joel.
Yo,
And for today's episode, we are joined by a returning guest from Tru Heel Heat, Krssi. How's everything? How are you, Krssi?
I'm good. How are you guys all doing? Thank you for having me again.
You're welcome. Glad to have you back on. Excited
Thank
for
you.
definitely.
this
Yeah.
one. I know this was a topic that we both, you and I, Krssi, kind of put together.
Brainstorm together. Yep.
Greatest. I know you told me about this one. The greatest NXT call-ups was one topic you decided. I came up with the participants, but
Right.
what was the? Was there a reasoning behind choosing this NXT call-ups? Because it was. I remember it was this one or a different one that you had in mind. I forgot which one.
I actually got to go back to my text messages to
Yeah.
to figure out what we were doing. But more so for this one, I don't think you guys have touched on this one, so I figured this would be fun and new for you guys to do. So
Yeah. Of
and
course.
there's so many ways you can
Definitely.
do like call ups for NXT. And there's so many people that you can like add on as well. So I think this is a thing that can be repeated. You guys can do it on different platforms on how you can like do call ups from NXT because there's so many people that has been called up from NXT and where it started from the black and gold realm when it was great.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I miss
Yes,
those
very
days.
true. Very
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Miss those days. But yeah. So the concept for those who are listening that have watched an episode before, pretty much the three of us are going to go matchup by matchup, choosing our opinion on which call up was better between the two, and obviously given our reasonings why. Whichever participants gets 2 or 3 votes between the participants moves on to the next round until we get to the finals. Obviously, this is an opinion-based show, so you can look at it at any way you want to, whether it's a debut itself or if they had a better run in their career post call up. And again, it's an opinion-based show, so it's
It's
depending on how we're looking at it.
how we feel.
Yeah, exactly. So Krssi, because you are a guest, we usually start off with our guest first in the first matchup. So, in your opinion, Krssi, which NXT call up since the beginning of NXT do you think was better between Biggie Langston or Roman Reigns?
This is hard because I feel like they showcased uh Biggie better than Roman. However, Roman has the better push after he was called up. So this can go in many different ways on how you pick. But I'm gonna go Roman.
Okay. Joel, do you agree with her or are you going to go with Biggie?
Yeah, it's definitely Roman. Biggie did have a great presentation when he got called up. Everybody took him very seriously, being the security guard for Ziggler. Like, it was a
Mhm.
nice presentation, and people looked at him as the muscle behind Ziggler for a
Yep.
while. So, and protecting AJ, so that was a great way to come up. And then, of course, being with New Day and stuff. But Roman is the tribal chief. I mean, come
Exactly.
on.
You have to put your ones up.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, that is so true. I'm going to agree with both of you on this one. To clean sweep. I think both of these two obviously were part of in my opinion, the greatest trios in modern wrestling.
Mhm.
The Shield and the New Day. Both have had a
Right.
lot on their resumes. But I feel like with Roman Reigns and his 1,000+ day reign as your world champion, being your tribal chief, being the star, and still to this day, even post being champion, has had a great past 6 years of his career.
Yeah.
And still going. Biggie, unfortunately, the injury had to cut his career a little bit short. I do think
Yeah.
I wonder what his career would have been like if he wasn't injured. Like,
Correct.
because that was also
I feel the same way.
that was just during his IC run, right? I think he was IC champion or around that time. So would he have been world champion again? Would he have, I don't know, something given a bigger moment? That's the thing I question and I look back on. So that I wouldn't know the answer to.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, stuff happens. It's wrestling. We can't control the uncontrollable. But Roman Reigns has been the guy, so you
Yeah.
can't argue against that. I feel like.
No, you can't, unfortunately.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna choose Roman Reigns there. He does get the clean sweep. Joel, I'm gonna start off with you with this next one. Which NXT call up do you think it's better, Kevin Owens or Seth Rollins? why?
Ooh, Joel, that's a hard one.
That. Oh man.
Yeah.
So many ways.
I'm gonna go. I'm very biased. I'm gonna go with Owens. I love the way he got called up. I love the way they presented him. They've never made him like look stupid. The only time they've done that was with like the Ezekiel storyline. But it was
Yeah.
calm. It was enjoyable. It was entertaining, so I didn't mind it. But big moment. It seemed like they had a lot behind him, always in storylines with Vince for some reason. U.S. champion, like I love Kevin Owens. Rollins has had a great career. You can't take nothing from him. I'm just not the biggest Rollins fan.
Mhm.
It did hurt him with the injury 10 years ago, and then of course he came right back and he's been on top ever since. But I just feel like he's never gotten back to that height. Like I get it, the Seth freaking Rollins, like maybe around the time of the Beast Slayer, but I feel like the time right before his injury was like peak Rollins heel. Like everybody hated him. It wasn't like it was kind of like a Dom situation that we look at now. Like no one was really on his side, and just great character work. But like I said, can't take nothing from him. He's been great. He's one of the greats, a future Hall of Famer. But my bias has to go to Kevin Owens.
That's a good pick. Good pick. Krssi, do you agree with him, or are you going to go with Seth Rollins?
See, I have moments where I can't stand Seth Rollins, and then I love Seth Rollins, if that makes sense. Like,
100%.
Like right now, like I'm sick of hearing
Yeah.
and they just do it all
Yes.
like I'm over it. Then this whole like vision curse is just terrible. Like the whole
Yeah.
like I saw what they were doing, but the injury curse got all of them, and it's just didn't help any of the guys that was with him. I feel like Seth cursed the other two. Once he got injured, the other ones just like it was like domino effect. So I and don't get me wrong, Seth Rollins is an amazing star. He's one of like you can easily put him with anyone. It's just I'd have to go with the better person, which is Kevin Owens. And it's no fault at Seth Rollins. I just think that Kevin Owens it's the better wrestler.
Yeah.
I think he just wasn't pushed as much as Seth was, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's true. I could see that point. I see both of your points. I'm not denying that, but I'm gonna give my vote to Seth Rollins.
And that's cool.
That is fair because I feel like with Rollins, even though I agree with you, Krssi. He was like, there are times where I can get like annoyed about him, especially with people singing his song and many other situations. But it's like I feel like with Kevin Owens, it is the booking of how they book him. There are times, a lot of times,
him,
and it's like I feel like we could talk about other people when we get to them. Yeah, it's like we say the same thing about other people on this list too, where it's like
it is, yes.
Yeah.
It's he's always booked to lose. You know, like he's not being booked to be the main eventer that we think he could be, or we know he could be.
That's how I feel about Finn Balor. Oh my god.
Yeah.
He's going to be a loser, like a bum.
Yeah.
Oh my
and
goodness,
and it's not Owens' fault, you know. Yeah. I mean, it's not. Yeah, like even every time one of those people lose that I want to win, it's like why? But it's like it's not their fault. It's not their fault. I'm not blaming Kevin Owens for losing all the time. We're saying he's a bad wrestler.
Or how about when they're so over, and then they still make them lose, and like the crowd is like so behind them, but you still make the popular person win over the one that's so over.
Yeah, I don't understand.
They did it right with
effect, like a LA Knight, ago. Yep. They did it. They did it too late. They didn't pull the trigger right away. He could have been champion easy
already. Yeah.
But they messed him up, and now he just keeps messing up and doing like things where he can't even he keeps botching, and now they're like, okay, now you never will be a champion because you can't get a match straight for your life.
Yeah.
Which is tough.
It is. But I just feel like both these guys even had hot starts to their careers. But up until a point, obviously Kevin Owens beat Cena, won the Universal title, seemed like he was going to be Triple H's guy, but it has got to. I mean, even the Jericho feud with the list, and it was like a lot of big moments for Owens. But it got to a point to where it's like he was on top, and then it's like, all right, maybe you're just using him as a guy to get other people over. And it's like, that's unfortunately how they're treating him. And Seth is still in the title picture. I mean, again, like Krssi, I agree with you. There could be times where like I can get over, like I can't really stand Seth Rollins at times, but it's like they're booking him strong still to where it's like he's. I can't really say. Yeah, yeah, and I can't really say I've hated a Seth Rollins feud. I mean, I'll be honest, I enjoyed some of them, but you know, that's how they're booking both. I mean, so I had to choose Seth. I mean, either way, Kevin Owens does move on to the next round, but rightfully so. Rightfully so. I feel like Kevin Owens, is he's a soldier. What people say in the wrestling, he's a trooper.
Yeah.
Yes.
He does what he needs to do.
Correct.
So. Yeah,
I don't think it's the wrong answer. We just, you know.
Yeah. There's no wrong answer.
Like, if you would have asked Joel and I, just tell all the good stuff about Seth. We could have just ran a list of like things.
100%.
But it's just, you know, wrestle wise and call up wise, and if you choose booking, this is what we're basing answers on and things like that. So. Exactly.
But yeah, Kevin Owens does move on to the next round. Next matchup, we have Shinsuke Nakamura going up against Bray Wyatt. I'm going to kick this one off because I know my answer for this one. I'm going to choose Bray Wyatt because, like, I love Shinsuke. I feel like he's had a good start. Like, his rookie year, his first main roster year, I should say, was good up until the point until he lost at Mania to AJ.
Mania.
I feel like the Shinsuke prior to that date and after are not the same person. I don't think he's ever been on that same level since. And again, that's not on him. That's not on Shinsuke. He's a great wrestler. I don't think he's been on that main event level since to be competing for a world title to win one, unfortunately. Bray Wyatt, I think, had like an opposite career than Shinsuke, to where, yeah, he had his Husky Harris days prior to Bray Wyatt, but like when he got sent down, barely had time on NXT. It was primarily Rowan and Harper that had a lot of TV time. Then when he got called up with the Wyatt family and feuding against Kane, and beyond that, it was like he was always on top. People were behind him. He's won multiple world titles. He's been in big storylines, reinvented himself with The Fiend, came back after getting released, had this new persona. Even continued this with the Wyatt Six following his passing. So I think Wyatt he's been in a big stage since his debut, and he's been in a lot of creative stuff. So I love Wyatt, so I'm gonna have to choose him for that. Krssi, who do you think was better call between these two and why?
Another hard one. But I'm going to base mine. I'm going to pick Shinsuke. And I'm picking him because of the Royal Rumble win, then the Mania run. His run, he hasn't had after those 2 good years there, it's kind of been like flatline, like dead on arrival, I want to say. And it's no fault of his own. Even when they brought him back, they changed the music. They made it like more of like a he was more of the what did they have him dressed as? Like the samurai. And it was cool.
Yeah.
But they never this is the thing with WWE, like they have ideas and they want moments, but they don't never have what next? Then what? Then the bell rings. Then what happens? Like you don't see stories through the end. You just see like moments. Okay, yeah, we're gonna pick you and we're gonna have you come, and that's it. Like you don't like. There's no long-term things and there's no long-term goals, and it sucks. And I think that's what happened to him and why he flatlining and is still flatlining at this point in the game. But that's no fault of his own. You know, you make lemon out of lemonade, so whatever. I would pick Bray, but I feel like more accolades and more things have been done with Shinsuke, if that makes sense. But I'm sure I'll probably lose because you're probably gonna pick somebody else. But you know,
no, we don't know. We don't know. Joel, Krssi, are you on Krissi's side or are you on Bray Wyatt's side?
Krssi, you're definitely right. I'm going with Bray. Listen, as bad as the booking was for Wyatt, oh man, was the booking been bad for Shinsuke?
Both, right?
It's
Yeah.
been terrible, but he's made the best that he could do with it, giving us
Yeah.
great matches.
Yeah.
I'm only giving the edge to Bray just because throughout his whole time, like there was moments that I did not care about Shinsuke. I can care less.
That's
Mhm.
true.
Wyatt
Yeah, that is
always
true.
kept me entertained and kept me hooked,
Mm.
even with the storyline of him getting set on fire by Randy. They kept me
Yeah.
locked in, and that was
That's
you
true.
look
And that
back
was
and you're like,
terrible.
come on, yeah. But he was so good at his promos and stuff that he had you hooked. So I'm
Yeah.
just gonna give him that edge.
That
Okay.
there was so many moments. Even that when we remember when he returned as the Fiend, like that WrestleMania
Burnt
following
up.
after he got burnt. Yeah. And it was like,
Yes.
oh,
Burnt
he's
rubber.
just
Oh my
and
god, it was
it
even
was
worse.
He
what's
went through the
that thing called?
portal,
Yes.
And then it was the Jack in the
the Jack in
Box.
the
He came out of-
Box.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then he came out of that. That was
That's
cool.
yeah.
I think that was his last match before he got released, I think.
Yeah, that was the
So
end of it. Yeah.
unfortunately, but he
Crazy.
came back even afterwards. His match against LA Knight, his last match ever, was like, oh,
Mhm.
what's the hell's the lights out match or whatever that
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Mountain Dew thing.
No one
Yeah,
really,
the
no one
Mountain
cared for that.
Dew.
I actually liked the Mountain Dew. Like they thought it was stupid. I kind of
I
like
mean
got a kick out of it.
the visual aspect was like, whoa, it is a lot of. I think it's more my eyes. Like, there's a lot of
Yeah.
lights here. It's like a lot of lights here. It was a fun match. It was a great match. It was just
Yeah, definitely.
too many lights to be going around there.
Hence where I prove like WWE only concerned about moments. They don't care about like how it's going to affect and how people react to these things. It was like, oh my
Yeah.
god, this is such a thing. Like they
Yeah.
just don't think like long term.
Yeah, that is true.
Shout out Royce Keys, man.
Yeah, yeah. Shit, Royce Keys, man.
Tough.
And
You haven't seen him since Mania yet. But he on a
Yeah.
damn podcast.
but we've
Since
seen,
his-
but we've
oh my
but we've
God.
seen Danhausen twice.
Which
already,
it don't
and
even.
that's-
Let's not even
yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
sorry,
that
this-
because that
this-
pissed me off. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's nasty work. We already seen him
Very
twice.
nasty work. Absolutely. Tell it, Joel. Like because
Oh my
I don't understand
God.
how you get this guy there and he's a star. You could be easily have him go against Obafemi, but then they have Obafemi doing BS too.
Yeah, I don't know.
They don't even know what to do with him. Like, come on.
yeah.
We're
It's
going
like,
on a whole nother tangent, but
Yeah.
you know.
yeah. That's a whole other
Oh my
story. That's a whole
God.
other episode we could talk about. Yo,
Yeah.
like, what the fuck we doing with Oba and Royce Keys, man?
Yeah.
That's a whole other story. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Bray Wyatt has had his a lot. Even though there were, again, like Joel, you said there was a whole bunch of moments where it's like, why do they do this with Bray? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
again, the Seth Rollins match that ended in disqualification for some reason, and it was Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
And losing to
about when-
Goldberg, and
Having him hold the title for a month and then lose to Randy, like
yeah,
Because
yeah,
they didn't know what to do. They just
That-
really don't think these things through. Oh yeah,
They
you gotta have
don't.
this for a month. You win for 2 weeks and then you're gonna lose
Yeah.
again. Like
yeah.
it
like
makes
just
sense.
to shut the internet up. Oh, here
Yep.
you go.
It's like here, damn, like
Yeah,
finally got you what you want.
basically.
Yeah. So it's. I mean, he's made up for it with his character work, so that's why I had to choose
Yeah.
him. His character work was amazing. So, shout out to Bray, man. Shout out to Bray. Next matchup we do have Sami Zayn and Finn Balor. Joel, I'm going to start with you with this one. Who do you think had a better
Oh, damn.
NXT call up
Okay.
post? Because this is interesting. This one's an interesting one. 'Cause you can go many ways with this.
Sami Zayn.
Ooh.
Sami Zayn.
Okay.
I love Finn. I love Finn so much, but they do not respect that man. We got the highest of the high moment when he first got called up and he won the Universal title, and you know someone that's unsafe kind of got him injured, and then that had to end.
Yeah.
Which turned out for the best because then Owens happened, and who knows what history looks like
Yeah.
if Finn is
That's when you
champion.
yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like, oh man, like he's had a great career. Nothing, like I said, nothing bad about it. But Sami Zayn, I feel, has just had more opportunities and has had better moments. I mean, he main evented night one of a Mania in a tag match. One was like he made that important, like being in the being with the Bloodline, doing that interesting work, having great matches even before that, being kind of like the glue of the mid card.
I like
As
that.
much
Yeah,
as
cool.
I love
Wow.
Finn, I have to give it to Sammy.
That's a good point. Those are good points, man. I was I mean, I'm gonna go with Krssi first. You give your reasons because I was gonna say something else. Who do you think had a better call up, Sami Zayn or Finn Balor? Because this is, I have my reasons, but you can say yours first.
I'm picking Finn, one of like the greatest like call ups. Like he like put NXT on his back.
Yeah,
I feel like he like when no one was really like paying it, he brought eyes to like watch it, if that makes sense to me.
yeah,
Um, I think that the way they're again another person that they're booking is not his fault, and I feel like he's a company guy and he's loyal. Even though I feel like his worth is he should take his worth somewhere else, but whatever. Um, because I think he's better than that, but I think he's a company guy now. And he's just like has too much like loyalty to these guys. Um, again, when he's the fiend, I mean, when he's the demon, excuse me, he just transforms into someone that you just like, oh, this the same guy, like is this the same
yeah,
person? And he just
yeah,
transformed like when he had the match with Edge, and he got like his head like bust open. He still like did the whole match gushing of blood. Like those are moments like I don't forget, and I'm just like loyal to a fault, and I just like love Finn Balor. So that's just my biased answer. Sorry, I love Sammy, and I love what Sammy does, and like you said, that is I'm going to use that, and I'm going to steal that from you, Joel. Like he's the glue of the mid card. Like
yeah,
once
It's
it used
all
to
good.
be
You can
like the
use
Miz,
it.
now it's just Sami Zayn. I feel like Sammy has
Yeah.
taken that role and ran with it, and I'm okay, and that's okay. Like people know that their
yeah.
place, and know that that's cool. Like you have our truth as like the gimmick guy. Now you have
Comedy
Dean
guy, yeah,
Townsend to come with him. So like people know their roles, and Sammy knows his role, and he can easily be a champion. They again
Yeah.
they lost the time to do it when they could have done it, but whatever. But I'm gonna go Finn. So sorry.
yeah. I mean, I was going to choose Finn at
Mhm.
first, but then I think Joel really convinced me otherwise. Because I'm going to choose Sammy because you're right, Joel. I think you said a lot with it. Like he was the focal point of the whole Bloodline story.
It's
Like if it
funny.
wasn't for him being in the Bloodline, I don't know how good it would have been because I think he wasn't supposed to be in it. I think it
No,
just like it was a
No. Yeah.
one-time segment, and then it just turned into like actual like storyline with it.
he
The
was
He
doing
bloodline
came,
the
was losing
comedic part.
steam. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, he was the comedic part. Yeah.
exactly. He came up with the Uzi line that was
Hmm.
pretty funny and got the whole crowd popping. That broke character, just not once, a few
All
times.
of them. Yes,
Yeah,
every single
Yeah.
yeah,
last one of like all of the members like broke character several
yeah,
times because of Sammy.
yeah. So like I think without that and without again like you mentioned with Joel like main eventing night 1 of 39, that match was pretty good and a great moment afterwards and um also the year prior to that when he had that whole was it the year before when him and Knoxville had a match at
Oh
WrestleMania?
Yeah.
yes, at WrestleMania.
Yes.
Yes.
At
Yeah.
38.
Yeah, it was that now on paper you would think why is this even a WrestleMania match? But it was a fun match.
Yeah.
And he makes stuff work. He's also a guy like Owens that if you put him into anything, he would make it not just do it, but he would make it work
Yeah.
and make it work well. So, I was going to say Finn Balor because they were treated him a lot better starting on the main roster.
Mhm.
Because for Sammy, it took him a while to even get to like, I don't want to say he wasn't a popular guy. It was just like Sami Zayn now is kind of a more popular guy than Sammy when he got called up.
That is true.
Um,
Yeah.
Yes.
so he progressed where Finn Balor's still at that level to where it's like, okay, is he going to be champion? He's getting there, but nah, he doesn't win it. So I think Finn's more of like an LA Knight type of guy now, to where it's like, yeah, he's not winning anything anytime soon.
Damn.
Even
That's
after
so sad
this
because that's
yeah,
that's a like ugh.
A
it
true
hates to say it.
statement, but sad.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So it sucks to say, but that's how they're treating him.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I don't know. That's how they're booking him. So yeah, Sami Zayn does move on to the next round, and let's switch things up and go to the women's portion of this. We do have Alexa Bliss and Rhea Ripley, the greatest. Who had a better call between these two? I'm gonna throw this one out because I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna be
I think
biased.
everyone buys this answer.
Yeah. I you know what? I love Alexa Bliss. She's phenomenal. I've always loved her, but I feel like the way Rhea Ripley has been booked,
Mm.
not just on the main roster, from like
Talk
day one
about
of
it.
since NXT UK. Um, she was 19 and booked like a bigger star than a majority of the NXT women at that time. Um,
Yep.
Even better than a lot of the main roster women at the time. She was like, holy shit. Remember when she came over to NXT in the States and she went face to face with Shayna Baszler? Like
Yes.
that right there
Yes.
screamed like that screamed fucking main eventer. And guess what? It was true. She's multiple time main eventer. Um, on some Raws and PLEs, but she's been all over the place. She's won the Royal Rumble. She's won a few women's championships already. Um, and she's not even 30 yet, and she's never gonna stop anytime soon. Because I know Joel and I had this conversation last week where it's like people get tired of her really quickly, which is a whole nother conversation for a different day. But for me personally, you could book her to be in the main event every single year. I won't care. I don't care because it's like it's Rhea Ripley. Like she's awesome.
Right.
Um, and it's I don't think that she's gonna get that Charlotte treatment anytime soon to be like, we're gonna get tired of her pretty quickly. But I think she's been booked amazing. And Alexa Bliss, she did have a great couple of years where she was the face of the division, especially on SmackDown Live. During that time where it was the land of opportunity. But there was a point to where they did put her with Bray Wyatt, which was really, really cool because she worked with that. But I feel like there was a point where I think it was some point after Bray got released where they kept that gimmick going, and I was like, all right, this is getting
Over it.
stale.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm over
Definitely.
it already. She had
Yep.
that Lily doll for months when she didn't really need to be holding that Lily doll. It was like, and then obviously she had a kid, which took her time away. But even when she came back, starting to get that groove back. I'm starting to mess with Alexa Bliss a lot more now with the Charlotte story because this is interesting. So the groove of me favoriting Alexa Bliss is coming back to me now. But let's see where that goes, and that's a whole other conversation too, or a different day where let's see where that story goes. But I feel like Rhea has had that star power since day one of NXT UK and has never lost it. So I'm gonna have to go with Rhea Ripley with this one. Joel, do you agree, Rhea Ripley or Alexa Bliss?
Yeah, it's Rhea. Rhea, 100%. It, come on, she led her own faction. As much as people want to say her and Priest were running it together, Rhea was the leader of
No.
Judgment Day.
Yep.
Like
That's the whole fact.
she had her own faction. She's been a star ever since she stepped foot on the main roster, or like you said, since she stepped foot in NXT UK. She's been a star, and they've never taken the foot off of the gas on her, which we did talk about. And she's starting to get in that little Charlotte category with me. Not just yet, but I'm getting fatigued a little bit. Not of just her, but just always in the title picture.
Yeah,
It's like you could like have her in storylines and stuff. That's great, but like always in the title picture is like okay. But listen, I love her, and like you said, you gotta put her main event every Mania. I'm down with it because you know it's gonna be a great show.
match. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Krssi, do you agree? Is you getting a clean sweep, or are you going with Alexa Bliss?
We're gonna clean sweep only because Rhea's a star and still is a star. I haven't thought about like the whole Charlotte effect of Rhea Ripley, and I feel like it's kind of different where they're like shoving Rhea down our throats, but I think it's a different feeling, and we don't like we're more accepting than the Charlotte stuff. People are like, oh god, like here goes Charlotte yet again. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like with Alexa Bliss, she needs a change of like the whole like her whole outfit. She needs a whole change up. She needs something like let's clean slate. Let's just like you don't even carry Lily, but you're still wearing clothes that you are like Lily.
Yeah.
That is true.
I would agree.
Like
with
when
that.
she came, like when she was going to in the chamber on Saturday, I was like, she's still wearing this gear. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, sometimes she has that like Harley Quinn like bow tie thing.
But if you're gonna be Harley Quinn, be Harley Quinn. Don't be like a little child. Like you can easily do the Harley Quinn, easy. Like I would have preferred that. Get your those pigtails shorter. Do another two-tone type of hair, and then like be like badass like that. I would believe that more than this one that's coming up right now.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. And now you're not with Charlotte, and you're still best friends. Is like okay, like when are we gonna like clean this up? Like this whole like, oh, you're my best friend thing is like okay, it's like very like 2002 ish, but like whatever, what you know. I don't work there. They don't pay me the bucks
Yeah.
to do those things. So But yeah, Rhea
Yeah.
Ripley's a fucking star. Like she's always been a star. Like even she was running the Judgment Day. She was the leader. She
Yeah.
made people like Dom. She made Dom cool. Let's just
Yes.
be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she elevated Dom.
Wow. Yeah.
Because Dom was like with his dad. And then when he started doing the stuff with mommy, that she was like, oh, okay, Dominic is, because he wouldn't be the AAA champ if it wasn't for like his stuff in the Judgment Day. Like they didn't see him as a star yet.
Yeah.
They were just so over,
yeah.
and so you have to think about that. So she helped elevate a lot of people. They weren't looking for Damian Priest, but look what happened. Damian Priest gave us something that, like, he had that whole thing with Bad Bunny, and they made him a champion too.
Yeah.
That wasn't on my bingo card. I promise you that when I first saw Damian Priest.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's just thank Rhea Ripley for a lot of people. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
People
so
wanted
Rhea
to say
Ripley.
Finn was the leader. I was like, no, it was Rhea the entire time. It's like, say that.
And I missed
Yeah.
the old Judgment Day. I think this one is kind of a little bit whack now, but whatever.
Yeah,
That's just
definitely.
me.
Yeah, it seems like it's teasing again. Hopefully they actually do it this time instead of just teasing the
Restoring
heel
it
turn.
and just like copy and paste and moving out people, which is
Yeah.
cool. Like, something for Raquel to do because she wouldn't do anything else. But hey,
Yeah.
it could be
They gotta pull the
Liv's
trigger on it.
bodyguard for sure. But hey, what we gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. Rhea Ripley does move on to the next round. But next matchup, we do have, this is interesting, Bianca Belair going up against Becky Lynch.
Oh my god.
Joelle, I'm going to start with you on this one. Who do you think was the better call-up, Bianca or Becky Lynch?
It's Bianca. It's Bianca. I've enjoyed her career more, like matches and moments more than Becky Lynch's. Becky Lynch, she's cool. I like her. She had her big moment. I kind of got tired of her. Makes sense. Who her husband is, I get tired of them a lot. Nothing against her.
That's why.
Yeah, and nothing ever changes. Yeah, I think I've just enjoyed Bianca more with her promos more. Like Becky, she's cool. I'm not gonna go and be like, yo, you gotta watch Becky Lynch. You know what I mean? I'm definitely gonna show people a Bianca match.
Yeah,
1000%. And then of course like the accolades with the titles and stuff, and you could also put that for Becky, but Bianca doing that and then also like main eventing a Mania against Sasha, like we've never had two black women main event a night, and that was awesome. And it was like putting them on where they should be, like doesn't even matter that they were black. It's cool that the women got a main event and her being part of that. Becky got that main event first. It took them a little while to give the women another main event just because of how 35 kind of went. But that wasn't on Becky. But I'm just going with Bianca just because I've enjoyed her career more. I feel like her accolades outweigh Becky's.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Krssi, do you agree with him or are you going with Becky?
I love Becky Lynch. I love Becky 2 belts. I like the last run of Becky when she was like, "I'm the greatest of all time." Sports Illustrated. That was funny shit. I like that. This stuff she's doing with AJ right now can pack that shit up. Like it's copy and paste. They've done it too many times. Like throw it away. But accolades wise, Becky, did the stuff, and then the other two girls followed along. So like she had to be a trendsetter. But on biased and love for these two, because these are two of like my favorites, I do have to pick Bianca. I just think that she's just more of like, she's just always have just new great gear. Her promos, everything, her reactions that she saw at Elimination Chamber last year. Like, I mean, give her a damn award. Like,
Grammy
like
award,
her reaction. And she needed an award for that. Like, she did so good when Jade attacked Naomi. It's like her work is so good, and then she's always like coming up and trying to just like be better. Like they have missed her so much. Like she's been missed drastically this year. Like I mean, it's almost a year that she has not been wrestling, and I feel it. I don't know about nobody else, but I feel it, and I feel like the women are feeling it too, because you have the same women doing the same stuff, and I think that's why we're having a lackluster mania for women right now. But anywho,
yeah,
it's like a cycle. It's just
this is
there's no one new being thrown in. It's just the same cycle.
the same cycle. Yep, and that's no fault of the women's zone. They're not showcasing the women like they should. That's another thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have so much potential. You have so many badass women there, but you just keep using these lame stories and just like.
Yeah, I think with Bianca, like prior to the injury, I know Joelle and I discussed this a lot of times. I think it was supposed to end up being Bianca versus Jade at some point in a big match, down the line. But unfortunately, her injury took her out longer than expected.
Yeah. Yes.
Unfortunate. I think that's why, because I know she just got the surgery like last month. So she's probably gonna be out till probably most of this year too. I'm no doctor, but I don't know how long that she'll recover for. But if she just got the surgery recently, then she's probably gonna be out for a little bit longer than we expected, which sucks.
Yeah.
Which sucks. But
at this point, she might as well have that baby. You still off?
Might as well, yeah.
I mean, might as well, yeah.
But now because
exactly.
Come back bigger and better. I promise you.
Yeah.
It's the Naomi effect. Just get it. I mean, not saying just get it over with, but just like you're out, like you're rehabbing. I guarantee you, like next year you will be great.
Yeah. Exactly. That
actually makes a lot of sense.
Well,
do it now.
Because that's what they want to. As far these are humans. They have lives outside of this whole
exactly.
job.
They have personal goals
and
too.
This is like one of the things that they've wanted to do, especially like for her. And it's like, okay, like it looks like no time like the present, my dear.
Yeah, that is true.
And the girls have proven that it can be done. Like, look, Alexa, Becky, like all of the girls are doing. Like it can be. I'm sure Naomi will have like. This baby is gonna be a wrestler. Everyone's gonna be babysitting.
The bloodline, the bloodline is gonna be crazy. That is the bloodline.
Thank God, it's another one.
Yeah, it's another.
Oh my
their genes are strong.
Another cousin that will be a part of wrestling. I guarantee you. I promise
exactly.
You
it's like they're gonna be like he's gonna debut or she's gonna debut and be like, yeah, their mom Naomi and their dad Jimmy Uso. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot that there's a parent. Yeah. But
yeah, like they're always going to be seen as Rakishi's twin boys. Like, come on, like
yeah. But yeah, I agree with both of you. I feel I'm going to choose Bianca because I feel like she's had better moments. Yeah, you can give Becky the whole run as the man with being in the main event and winning it, being double champ and stuff. But I've always felt like besides the longevity of Becky Lynch, Bianca had the better moments, the better matches. Mm-hmm. Even her resume isn't as big as Becky Lynch's. Bianca was made as a star from the jump. Her debut was during the time where the Mania was in front of nobody, unfortunately. So maybe the call up wasn't like the best of the best, like the actual debut itself. But
yes,
she's been red hot from day one of her main roster run. Same thing with Becky. You can't say Becky was not red hot from the beginning, because she also had a great run with the team PCB and that whole Women's Revolution era, and beyond. But I feel like Bianca's maintained that star status, where you kind of like at the moment Becky's just like just there, just be put in situations. She's at that stage of her career, but I feel like Bianca, for a while, even if the injury didn't happen, I feel like she would have been on top ever since. So, I'm going to give Bianca there. She's had a great start to her career. I just hope she comes back soon because I'm starting to miss her too. It's been too long. It's been almost a year, and it's like, I thought she was close to returning until I saw the surgery happen. I'm like, oh no. But we shall see. Maybe I don't know. Again, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know how long she's going to be out post surgery. I know she's in rehab, so
she's definitely been rehabbing like right away.
Yeah, exactly. So it could be soon. I thought it should have been Bianca returning at the Rumble and facing Jade. That would have been a great.
Oh my gosh, yes.
But I guess plans had to change. But who knows? But yeah, Bianca's had so far more impressive main roster run than Becky Lynch.
Well, it could have been Naomi. You never know. If she didn't get pregnant, we don't know what would have happened to her with her.
True. Yeah,
That is true.
you would have seen Liv versus Naomi or something like that.
Yep.
Um, so that would have been awesome. That would
Wow,
have been
that's
awesome.
crazy.
That would have been awesome.
Now I have to think about it. That's like wow. Yeah,
Yep. You
things would
have
have
to.
looked a lot. Things would
A,
have looked a lot different.
a
A lot
lot
different.
different. Yep. We wouldn't be having these little feuds that we're having right now. I promise you.
Yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, Bianca does move on to the next round. We do have Sasha Banks and Asuka. Krssi, I'm going to start with you with this one. Who do you think had a better NXT call up and why?
Oh, okay. So you can like call this many different ways. Like Asuka had the streak. Asuka
Yeah,
was like one of the like greatest NXT champ, like women's champs, like ever. You can always say that. From the moment Asuka came to the company, like they've had her strong. Now, right now, she's in a vortex of like being Kyrie's babysitter and whatnot, and then like going back and forth with Io. But like here we are. Um, and then you have Sasha, aka Mercedes, and it could be many different things on like what we can do, and we can even talk about her thing outside, both of them outside of WWE. They've done so much. Um, but I have to give it to Sasha because she's had more bigger moments and wrestling matches than Asuka. And that's like a little bit of a tweak up. And then you have her things that she's done like constantly like right now. So
yeah,
that's where I'm basing my answer from. But I love both of these girls. And you can say, you could easily pick Asuka and be like, that might be right.
yeah. Exactly. Joel, do you agree with her or are you going with Oscar?
Oh man, this is tough. I'm I'm gonna go with Sasha by just a little bit. Because Oscar's awesome. Like they always trust Oscar. I feel like for a minute she had the belt for a minute. You know what I mean? Like it kept
Mm-hmm.
getting back to her
Yes.
somehow, and it was like holy shit. Like okay, um,
She got
so they
injured.
trust her, and she's great, entertaining. Right now, she is stuck in that. We're waiting for that blow off match, hopefully, and then they can move on. But Sasha coming straight up, being the star that she is, being that first
Mm-hmm.
big match at WrestleMania 32 with Charlotte and Becky, um,
Yep.
just continuing and being on top and staying on top and being always one of the top women in the division, always being in the title picture, bringing the tag titles, like fussing to actually get that happening, like arguing about that. So like she's done a lot and it's awesome. And then of course what she's doing now outside of WWE, which is amazing, great for her. So yeah, I gotta go with Sasha.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm gonna go with both of you. So I'm going with Sasha because I feel like with Oscar, it was like kind of similar to what I said before with Shinsuke. It was like she started off well,
Mm-hmm.
winning the
Mm-hmm.
Rumble, same path, winning the Rumble, losing her
Yep.
match at Mania. Um, but unfortunately, since that Mania loss, it was like there were times where she was in the world title scene, but not consistently. She was just there. Um,
Or there
again,
just to be
putting
a body.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yep.
Not saying she's had bad matches.
Mm-hmm.
She's one of the best in ring performers that they have on the roster,
Yep.
putting on good matches. But
Yeah.
she's never been like on top of that mountain. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she's ever won a Mania match ever. Like from what I'm remember, I can't
It's
remember the last
actually
time she's won a
crazy.
Mania match. Which is
Cool.
it is crazy. Oscar, I
Mhm.
don't think she's
Yeah,
won a
yeah,
match.
yeah. You're right.
So it's like that's
That's her
nuts.
streak now.
Yeah, she was undefeated. Now
That's
she's
crazy.
going reverse Undertaker. It's like it's Owen whatever.
Yeah.
Again, she should have been more in the title scene more. And the last time she was there was Mania 3 years ago. Um, but I think that she should be someone treated fairly. But Sasha, on the other hand, again, has been on just her WWE run alone was just always been on top, always
Hmm.
been in big
Yep.
storylines, big moments. Also had a lot of amazing matches, even in NXT as well. Um, even her status today, even if she was still in WWE, I think I still feel she would be on top anyways.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
momentum never left. So she's had a great run. And yeah, I don't think she's ever looked back. And I'm glad they, obviously if she were to return to WWE, I think her stock would still be up there. So I'm glad
Yeah.
she was able to have the run that she's having, and I'm glad to have witnessed Sasha's run in WWE as well, because she's an underrated talent. So yeah, I'm another clean sweep with Sasha there. Last matchup in the first round.
Real quick. I had to look it up. She's 0-6 at WrestleMania.
Damn, 6. Damn.
0-6 at the show. That's crazy. I just wanted to put that out there. That's wild.
Now I'm sad. Damn. Now.
Yeah, that kind of broke my heart when when it came up. I was like, no way. What the hell?
Yo, that is insane.
Sasha
Who did she lose?
the same way too, though. Sasha was always losing at Mania as well.
That is true.
But she won the tag titles the last Mania, right? That was when
Yeah. But as far as singles was concerned,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Bailey. I think Bailey was always one. Besides the one with Io like 2 years ago. I think that was.
Oh my god, they're both 0-6.
Sasha too?
Well, 1-6. If you
1-6. She won the tag titles, but still
damn.
That's crazy.
They didn't have no. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but
yeah, that's so weird. That is so weird. But last match in the first round, we had Bailey and Charlotte Flair. Another. Who wants to start this one off? Who wants to start this one off? Because
I mean, I'll start it. It's as much as I love Bailey.
Yep.
It's Charlotte.
And that's not Bailey's fault.
No,
not
at all.
They booked her, and they've been booking her.
Still trying to figure her out.
Yo, that is nuts. That is ridiculous. I'm choosing Charlotte too. I mean, I feel like there's not really much to.
Yeah, we kind of know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to agree with you both. It's sad because I like Bailey more than Charlotte, and I love. Actually, no, I love both girls. But if you have to put them in a ranking, and I would have to pick one in a fight to help me, I'm going to pick Bailey.
Yeah.
However, they don't pick Bailey. They pick Bailey as the person, like she's now have the Natty effect, like she helps put people over.
Yeah,
that's her job, and that's sad. Unfortunately, because Bailey can give you such good matches, like she still has it in her, but they don't believe in her, and they keep making her be babysitters to other girls, and that's fine. Like you be mentors, and like you could teach girls and like do all these things, and like get to teach the younger girls. But it's like, okay, girl, like what about me? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, she can easily have a good run, and then like even when they made her, even when she did win at 40, it was like, okay, her run was just like very lackluster.
Yeah, following that too was just like, what are they doing with her?
Right.
What about when they took her out that match?
Yeah.
Last year's match,
at 41. Yeah.
And you could have easily like put them like
just to make room for Becky. That's sick. Oh, that is sick.
So that she could debut and come back and all that other stuff like that. Yeah,
because let me tell you, if there's anyone else that has fatigue besides Charlotte, it is Becky. Because those two have big fatigues at the moment. Not so much Charlotte Flair, because Charlotte's been not in the title scene lately. But if anyone has fatigue right now, it's Becky. She's still in the title scene. It's been a year, So it's like, geez, Christ. But anyways, I think I would have chosen Bailey, but I don't, like as Krssi said, I don't think they've chosen Bailey really.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate, but
she's in the mid card vortex, and that's not even. I don't even think mid card because she's not even in like a title scene.
She's not even in the mid card title picture. No. She's just like a side character, which is crazy.
Like I called Jey Uso. He's like a sideshow act now. Like he doesn't even like. They don't even like put him for wrestling. They just do him like they want the moments. Everyone have a like a yeet moment, and then that's it. That's all they want to see the crowd do.
He's only there
for
they've
lost faith in him. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
just get smiles on kids' faces. Go out there and eat.
Exactly. Go out there and eat. Just do your. That's his job. Is to eat. Really.
That's it.
Yeah. But damn. Now I get angry.
This is a sad ass bracket.
The more you think about it, it's like I'm sad every time I hear someone how they bring
I feel like I know how we're going to vote for like these next like 4 brackets. That's why.
Oh yeah.
Well, no, not in 1, 2, 3. Yeah, in 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like I know how we're going to vote, and we didn't even start yet. But if you're looking at the names,
We shall
easy.
see. We shall see.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start off this one because I think I know where we're going with this one. Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens. I mean, I would love to say Kevin, but I think Roman. I mean, the way. I mean, yeah, it took a couple of years for Roman to get to
True.
being the tribal chief, because that was when was that 2020, and he's been on the main roster at that point for what 8 years. It took 8 years to really get him to that level. Yeah, he was the main event prior to that. Not saying he wasn't, but like they were trying to
They were
for
shoving
years.
him down our throats. That's
Yeah,
what happened.
yeah,
And then once the pandemic happened and we saw him go heel, that's when we were like, oh,
this is what they
because
were missing.
correct. And remember when he started out as a bad guy.
Yeah,
When he
that
debuted.
because that when he was the Shield, he was just that muscle guy that was just there to beat people up and didn't really say much.
Yep.
And that's what he did pretty much in the Tribal Chief era. It was like he was just there to beat people up and leave. What was it? Wreck everyone and leave. That was his tagline. Pretty much did that.
Yeah. Oh,
So that they eventually did it the way they should have from day one. Imagine if you were like that from 2012 and on, or 2014 and on, and that he would have had like multiple 1,000-day reigns.
Yeah.
Probably, but
yeah.
We don't know. Like we'll never know, unfortunately.
if he was, yeah, exactly. I guess we'll never know. I don't know. But yeah, I love Kevin. Kevin has had a phenomenal career, a phenomenal run, but I think at this point his career in the main roster is just also one of those individuals that's just there to be there to help people put people over. Because I don't know, he should have won a world title when he was facing Cody, but they want to go with Cody, so I guess we had to go with that one. But I'm choosing Roman Reigns. Joel, who do you have, Roman Reigns or Kevin Owens?
I would love to say Kevin Owens right now.
Right.
But I have to say Roman Reigns. And also, real quick, I feel like the whole Roman situation, when they started shoving him down our throats, I will always blame us, the fans. Because I always remember the Royal Rumble before 30, the last two were Batista and Roman. And Roman got such a reaction. And I guess in the back, they were like, yeah, they want Daniel Bryan, but they also still like the big guys. Like, and I think ever since then, they wanted to get that moment again and kept reaching for it. And they were just like, you know what? They're gonna die down. They're gonna actually like this guy. And it just never worked. Yeah, and I think I always say that. I always say that WrestleMania, because the fans just wanted anybody but Batista. I mean, Roman was one of the biggest guys at that moment, getting the most reaction. So it makes sense that he was in the final two. But I always say that moment triggered something in Vince that said, this will be our guy because the fans want it, and then just shoved him down our throats. Which is
he won the year later. He won the year later because of that.
Yes.
So it's like,
yeah. And it makes sense because usually, like, you come up short last year, maybe you win it the next year. So it made sense storyline wise, but no one wanted it at that time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because I always blame the fans.
Yeah. Krssi, do you agree? Is it Roman or is it Kevin Owens?
It's Roman, of course. I would have loved to pick Kevin Owens, but unfortunately, they again, it started from when they used to shove him, and then people would still be like, you know what? No, it's something about this guy. We have to cheer him on. Like there's something, like people still like love Roman even through the shoving of it down everyone's throat. Like people still stuck behind him, and you have to see like for him to like not just like, I'm gonna go out to these boos anyway. Like, okay, you can boo me, no problem. I already know what I'm gonna do. Like it is, and I think whatever like tweaked and changed like during that pandemic and made him like change over and like he's like, no, let me embrace this like bad guy shit. Like
yeah. So it worked,
and it
worked right.
Yeah,
like you want to boo me, no problem. I'll make sure you boo me. But then now you're going to cheer me, so it's like you have no choice. So yeah,
exactly.
It's still crazy. We almost got him versus Goldberg at WrestleMania.
Imagine if that would have happened.
I would have hated it so much.
We would have gotten a different Roman now. Imagine that.
Right?
You
Can
know,
you imagine?
If that
butterfly.
match happens, yeah, we never get the tribal chief.
Yo,
So
that
you
is
know
wild.
what? Shout out COVID, I guess.
I get
Shout out COVID.
it. Shout out.
Listen,
I
You did something
guess.
right out of COVID.
something.
Got
Yeah,
something
something
out of
happened.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
You got to
Gotta,
take the good out of the bad from
you
take
gotta
the
be
good stuff out
positive.
of the bad times that COVID brought to us. I promise you, there was a
Exactly.
lot of good things that overpowered the bad things.
Very
Exactly.
true. Very
Exactly.
true.
But next matchup we do have Bray Wyatt and Sami Zayn.
Whew.
Joel, you want to start this one off? Who do you have?
Nick, I hate you. Um,
this show makes you hate me a lot. I don't know
it's always on the bracket shows.
why. Yeah, you never.
Because you always put me in the hot seat.
I see.
Okay, so I have to go with Sami Zayn.
Mm.
I just feel Sammy has had so as much as Wyatt, his character was amazing. He's had his moments. I feel like Zayn has played in more important moments, as we talked about, like with the bloodline coming up from the black and gold. You know what I mean? Like it, because his first match being at 32, and then he was always there. You know what I mean? Like there was never a moment that I was like, oh, like Sammy's just disappeared. Like he would show up here and there, but never like in a prominent role till they figured out what to do with him. And Bray, I just felt like as much as he did so much great things, they never knew what to do with him. And again, not his fault. Like that had nothing to do with him. Same way with Sammy. He was in the right place at the right time and has been in important moments and important storylines, and him and you could go down the list with anybody, with the Usos, with Kevin Owens and all those matches that they've had, him and Cena. You know what I mean? Like Sammy has played such a big role in the last 10 years. As much as I love Bray and he did play a big role, he just they never knew how to present him. They didn't know how to present him the way that he knew he should have been presented.
Yeah, that is true.
And that's why I have to go with Sammy.
Okay, Krssi, do you agree with him, or are you going with Bray Wyatt?
I'm only going to agree with him because this is the fault of the company, because Bray had so many ideas and they never listened to him. They only just looked at just like the paint and the character, but they never like thought like, again, long term end game. Like how are we supposed to book this person? How are we supposed to do vignettes? How are we supposed to have this person presented? Yeah, we can have these cute vignettes and these cute moments, but like when you have a match, then what happens?
Yeah.
Then the bell rings. Then what happens? You're just stuck. Like we can do but so many backstage segments, and then once he got the new character, he did the fun house. Like, okay, but then that was it. Then you burn him up. Then you have him like, you're like, what are we doing? Like you never had any like long goal for this guy. Like and again, when he was with the family, you had ideas. He was a champion. He did these things, and then what happened? Like he's always like and he could wrestle, but it's just like as far as character wise, you guys gave him nothing.
Yeah.
So with Sammy, I have to like, again, he's the glue. He's had all of these moments. I remember when he first went to Saudi Arabia, that moment, oh my God, like, because he wasn't invited for years. They wouldn't let him go.
Yeah.
So,
that is true. Yeah.
He becomes one of the biggest members of the bloodline.
Yeah.
Honorary Uso.
Who would have thought?
Honorary Uso. Who would have thought that? But I mean, I do agree with both of your points, but I'm definitely gonna go with Bray Wyatt on my pick because what Joel, you said the first round, Sammy was the glue of the mid card division, but that's Sammy at best, right?
Yeah.
Like you can't, like I still don't see him as a world title person, right? Like I don't even think he's gonna be in the title picture this year, unfortunately.
He's definitely not, unfortunately.
He should.
So yeah, but that's all I can see him as, and that's That's not a bad thing. I mean, being in the mid card division, like we said, it's always a good thing. Bray Wyatt's always been on top. Every single time he was on TV, whether it was the Firefly Funhouse, the Fiend, Wyatt family, you name it, it was something that you always drew into watching, no matter
Yeah.
the booking decision. Because he was a character. He was literally just a non-TV, a non-wrestling character, is playing a character on wrestling TV, putting on good matches. Again, a lot of stuff happened around Bray Wyatt that was questionable, like why did he lose to Goldberg? Why did the Hell in a Cell and then no disqualification, etc. Like why did he hold the championship for a month or just lose to Orton? But a lot of the stuff was must see. Like the Wyatt's, the Randy Orton story was still a great story, even with Luke Harper around it. It was still a good story to put him around. Him versus Seth was still a great story. Even some of the stuff was like, what the hell was that? Even the burn stuff, it was weird, but it was still must see to every single time you saw him on TV. So I had to give it to Bray because it was something that I was always looking forward to every single time he was on TV. Even when he came back, it's like, oh, what is he gonna do this week? Like, what is this whole new persona now? Like, what is this? You know, now we have Uncle Howdy in the mix. He introduced Uncle Howdy. That was a great thing that happened. So there was a lot of stuff that Bray Wyatt did over Sami Zayn that made me want to see more of Bray Wyatt. So he had a creative mind. Again, like you said, Krssi, unfortunately, the creative didn't want to listen to him. They should have listened to more of that.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine what we would have gotten if they listened more to Bray Wyatt, because that would have been a great thing to see. But we don't know. That's something that we will never know. But I've always enjoyed Bray Wyatt on my TV screen a lot more than I did with Sami Zayn. So,
Oh yeah, I feel you on that. Bless you.
Thank you.
so yeah, I had to choose Bray Wyatt over that. I mean, he had one of the great creative minds in today's wrestling world. Doesn't get enough credit for that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 1000%.
But yeah, shout out Bray Wyatt, shout out Sami Zayn too. Both also very good with his stories. But yeah, ooh, this matchup is oh my god, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair.
Oh,
Who wants to
this
get
is
this one off? You know what? I'll get this one off. Actually, I'll get this one off. Oh god. So both of these two, I would say, would have an identical path of being one of the greatest things in NXT. Got
Mhm.
called up and never really has looked back since. Both of them had started off really well, maintained their star status. But I think we're going to have to choose Bianca on mine, because I think we knew Rhea was going to be a big star from the moment she set foot into NXT UK. As opposed to Bianca, she wasn't really the biggest thing in NXT. She still was a popular figure, a popular character, but wasn't really champion there at all. Wasn't that type of person yet. But then when she got to the main roster, it shifted to where she main evented her first WrestleMania. She won the Royal Rumble that year too, and that was her first year in the main roster. Obviously winning the championship, so that was a great year in itself, and she's never looked back since. Again, same thing with Rhea. Rhea is also the same thing where she's never really looked back since. So, but I feel like Bianca has had a hot start to her career when people didn't really think she was going to have or really didn't have that much of. I don't want to say they had high expectations. It was just, it just happened. There was glad it happened. But when she got called up, it was in a trios match with her husband and Dawkins against, what was it, Zelina and Andrade?
Yes.
So no one thought through that feud. It was like, this is
Yeah.
going to be something big for Bianca, but it just happened naturally. She got over and she's had a great career. So that transition was awesome. So I'm going to choose Bianca for that. Joel, do you go with Rhea Ripley or Bianca Belair?
I was gonna agree with you with Bianca because giving her the edge because of that, being called up, she was really just not known, but like she was brought up basically with Street Profits just because she was with Montez.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that was the right thing to do, but to get called up like that to then become the face of the division, that's a big step up. Like you said, Rhea, we kind of already knew the way that we saw them presenting her in NXT UK and NXT. We kind of already knew, once she gets to the main roster, she has to go off. If they don't, like, that's a problem. So when it happened, it was like, yeah, this is what it's supposed to be happening. And I think with Bianca, I don't think people had high expectations when the call up happened. It was like, okay, like great that she got called up, but do y'all even have anything for her? Like, you just
Yeah.
calling up just for the sake of calling up, just to put her in this spot with her husband because he's going against a team that has a woman. You know what I mean? Like, it
Yeah.
felt like that when she got first called up. So to go from that and then have all the accolades that she's had that we've talked about throughout this episode, I have to give the edge to her.
Okay. Krssi, do you agree? Or you're gonna go with Rhea Ripley?
This is hard because I love like these two are like my favorite people.
Yeah.
My heart wants to pick Bianca, but I feel like I should pick Rhea only because of the time that Bianca has been gone and like we've missed her being gone. And like they just put anything and they just bet everything on Black, which is with Rhea Ripley. Like they just bet everything on her and pushes her, even when she's like semi-injured. Like she still's coming out with like neck braces and like slings, and she's still like doing promos and coming out and still like rehabbing and coming back like a few weeks later, and they still like putting it on her. So I'm going to go Rhea, even though like Bianca's like my favorite girl. But yeah, I'm gonna go.
Yeah. I see what you mean.
Makes sense. Rhea has become unreliable.
Yeah.
Like it's just like you want a great match, but Rhea, if you need to help put somebody over, go to Rhea. You know what I mean?
Rhea,
Like she's the person, so it definitely makes sense.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, even now, I think this is going to be a test for Jade to see how good this match is going to be.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm looking forward to that. See what happens. That's why I feel like they're doing this. It's Mania. Of course, you're going to rely on Rhea.
That's it.
For that.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, but you can make a case for either one. Both,
definitely.
Both.
Yeah.
It could have gone either way with that one. But shout out Bianca. Shout out Rhea too.
Yep.
Sasha Banks and Charlotte. Who wants to? Krssi, I'm going to start with you with this one. Actually, what do you think was better between the two, Sasha or Charlotte?
I would have to pick Sasha. Again, two great people. Love Charlotte. Love her down. But I feel like Sasha was the more person that they would rely on and like lose and still like put other people over and still do stuff. And then you can see her stuff outside of what she's been doing. Like she's been in a tag team. Like even Charlotte, they've both been in a tag team. I think Sasha more than her. But like the accolades of more things that's come, I think, and better like character work wise, I would say it's Sasha.
Okay, Joel, do you agree with her? Or are you gonna go with Charlotte Flair?
I agree 100%. Charlotte, of course, great in the ring, but I don't know. She's never had that oomph to her that like Sasha had. Like felt like Sasha had, like Krssi said, the character work, the personality. I felt like Charlotte Flair, for a minute, she had the Dom character. I'm Charlotte Flair. I'm Ric Flair's daughter.
Yeah.
Kind of how Dom was at the beginning. I'm Dom Mysterio, but I'm Rey Mysterio's son. Like until he went to Judgment Day and he finally got his personality and we kind of figured him out, then he just became Dominic Mysterio. Felt like it took a while for Charlotte Flair just to become Charlotte and not be, that's Ric Flair's daughter.
Yeah.
But Sasha has always been that person, even adapting, being the tag team, being entertaining, especially I always bring up when her and Bailey were champions during COVID and just keeping us entertained on Friday nights. Like, she played a big part in that. So I got to go with Sasha.
Ooh, I mean, Sasha's already moving on. I would have chose you guys, but I'm going to give Charlotte Flair the point here because
don't let her get that 0. I feel you.
Yeah.
She don't deserve the 0.
Exactly. She's like I know, like, I agree with what you said, Joelle, about like her being in the Ric Flair shadow, which is tough. I mean, how do you get away from that if your last name is Flair?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, they could have just not given her a last name and maybe not incorporated Rick into that. Maybe it would have been a lot different in the beginning.
Very true.
They leaned on it too heavy for the first couple of years.
Yeah, I think that's why people got, the what's it called? The fatigue so early on with her. Like, we know the reason why they're
shoved down as again another person that was just shoved down.
because we know why they're doing it, and it's like they're making it obvious. If it just would have kept it alone, we'll be like, okay, they're pushing her for some reason. But she's not a bad wrestler. I don't think she's a terrible wrestler. You know, she's always been a great wrestler, put on great matches. You can't say like, yeah, she deserved a push. Maybe not winning 14 championships in 7 years, but definitely a great wrestler. I love Sasha. I feel like Sasha's amazing too. Sasha's amazing. You can't go wrong with Sasha. She never disappointed. Again, I what Joelle said, you can rely on her COVID stuff. Amazing years.
Oh,
They
yes,
carried that.
yes,
They both carried
yes.
those
They
years.
carried that, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so rightfully so to have Sasha win this matchup, but I couldn't see Charlotte go out with a 0. She's too good for that.
That's how I feel about Rhea.
yeah, yeah. She's
I can let it be with a 0. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah. Oh God, rightfully so. But yeah, now we have a final 4. Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn. Joelle, who do you have winning this one?
It's Roman Reigns, man. I mean, Roman is the OTC, man.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much to say anymore about him. He's that guy. He is the tribal chief. He is still around because ain't nobody stepped up. He's still in the spot that he is, which is crazy, but
it's crazy how
he is that guy.
John Cena said it to him years ago, and now he's like in the same
full
circle.
Yeah,
full circle. It's like they brought me back because you couldn't do your job, and now Roman's in that position. And now it's like, I'm back,
winning Rumbles not because no one stepped up, but I don't think they want to give anybody else the keys to the castle.
They don't want to. That's the whole thing. They don't want to yet.
Yeah, they don't want to yet until Roman's actually done wrestling. Then it's like, okay, then they can go somewhere else.
Yeah. But Roman's Roman, man. Like, you could list the accolades, the moments, the matches, the promos, which gotten better. Like, at the beginning, the succotash shit was tough to listen to, but he's gotten so much better.
So much.
So yeah, you gotta go with Roman.
Yeah, I'm going with Roman. I feel like we said a lot in the first 2 rounds to where it's like, it's Roman. Like, it's a star power. I love Sami, but it's like, I mean, Roman's been a bigger star more than Sami has, so I have nothing else to say besides that.
That title reign, man. That title reign.
That title reign. What can top that? What can top that?
Say the ones, baby.
We're the ones. The ones.
You could add a 3 there, so it's fine.
That's 3 up there.
I can't even give him I can't even vote for Sami for this one. Like, it's like, he can't go out with a 0. No, yes,
take that 0, man. Take it on chin. You'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, we've said a lot for Roman over the last 3 rounds, so what else is there to say? But we do have Bianca and Sasha Banks. This is interesting. Who wants to start this one off?
Krssi is gonna start.
Yeah.
Call it bias. Call it what you want. I don't care. But I would pick Bianca. I'm sorry, even though I love Sasha, aka Monet. I'm picking off bias. That's just the person that I love more, and there's no wrong answer with both these ladies. I'm sorry. Like, Sasha's been doing her best work now. But they never let her showcase and her character work. Like, these characters that she's doing is just unbelievable. And then she comes back and gets injured and comes back even stronger. And she's like 12 belts or 14 belts Monet. Like, she just has so many damn things. It's just crazy. But I'm gonna pick Bianca for because that's my bias answer. I'm sorry. I love her more.
Joelle, do you agree with her, or are you going with Sasha, Joelle?
Nah, I'm going with Sasha. I'm gonna give it to Sasha. I'm love Sasha, love Bianca. I am more of a Sasha fan, but I also did want to put Nick in the hot seat because Nick,
I did.
You gotta break the tie.
Yeah. Okay.
Who do you have, Bianca or Sasha?
Well, I'm gonna go with one of the fastest rising stars in women's wrestling, and I'm gonna choose Bianca, because she rose quicker on the main roster than a lot of people did. again, from someone who didn't really get a lot of NXT time to prove that she could be a star, she got over it pretty quickly. And again, there's a reason why she won the Rumble. There's a reason why she won at Mania. The reason why she main evented it and continued success ever since. I think she's a 3-time women's champion. She's Money in the Bank win. Oh, did she win Money? No, she did not win. Sorry, I thought she did for some reason. But she still has a great track record. Hopefully, she comes back and continues it because I think she still has a lot left in the tank to prove. But I think she still has a great resume from the moment she got called up to last year. A great 5-year career, Hall of Fame worthy level, and
Yes.
so it's right for her to say that. Same with Sasha. Not saying anything negative about Sasha. It could, like you guys said, could have gone either way. Sasha's been a phenomenal talent since day one from NXT. I don't know, I haven't seen her stuff before then, but since day one of NXT, she's been proven to be a star, and she's been proving that every single day since, even in AEW. So I'm just choosing Bianca because, again, maybe it's just a bias thing because I think she rose to fame quicker than Sasha did.
I mean, but it might be biased, but it's not a wrong answer, bud.
Yeah, it isn't.
It's not a wrong answer.
It isn't. Yeah, it isn't. So the
We're not
finals.
gonna touch this, right? Are we touching this, or are we gonna just leave it Roman?
I thought we leave it.
Should we do that?
I think we got a top man, a top woman. We can't do this.
I think we
can't do this.
Should we do a tie? All right, leave it a tie, or
I say we leave it as a tie. We got a top woman, we got a top man. This ain't fair.
Agree.
This isn't fair.
Okay, so I would choose both. Yeah, so let's do.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's the first time we've ever tied.
Yeah.
A bracket. So.
I think this is the perfect moment to do it. Like.
Yeah. This is it. I don't know why they're giving Bianca the win, but it should be. You know what?
What?
Let's leave it 0-0, so that way.
But it's 0-0, yeah.
Yeah, I'll put. Let's leave it a tie.
But we know what it is. We know what it is.
Yeah, it's a tie. First tie in the show's history. Roman Reigns and Bianca have been the two best call-ups. In WWE history, I feel like
out of these people, because like Krssi said, there's been so many call-ups. We'll definitely revisit this list with new participants. So, but for this one, with the list that we have, Roman Reigns and Bianca are the best call-ups.
Yeah, these two were it. You can't really deny otherwise.
Nope.
So yeah, Roman Reigns and Bianca Belair won. Krssi, thank you again. Thank you for joining us and coming back and doing this show with us. You want to plug in your stuff before we wrap it up? Where we can find you?
Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you again for inviting me here. We really appreciate the call back. Call me anytime. Just let me know. Give me a chance. Again, I try to get my schedule as whatever. But yes, just call me. I'll make room and time for you guys anytime.
Thank you.
But you can see me every Saturday on our flagship show, which is Tru Heel Heat, where we showcase and talk about any and everything wrestling from all of the major promotions: New Japan, AEW, TNA, NXT, WWE, everything. We talk about everything across the board, Triple R. So you can have a little bit of everything for everybody. So it's not just one little bracket. We have a big umbrella of everything. So anything that you want to watch, we have probably covered it. And so you can see us here at Tru Heel Heat on Saturdays at 11:05 a.m. Eastern time. Other than that, you can follow me, KrssiLove_1, just my page. Yeah. So thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. We'll definitely leave everything in the description of the YouTube channel so people can find you there. But again, thank you for doing this show with us. This is awesome. Great discussion. And this was episode 3 of season 4, and we'll see you guys next time.
Later.
Ciao, ciao.